The game finally optimized the way you wanted it. Let's begin. We're gonna quickly brush over everything we got last week. Last week we got the Island Summer Diaries event. It's an ongoing event where you get to collect different types of currency from completing a special game mode, a storyline, and daily logins to be able to get an exclusive A tier accessory from the event shop and a multitude of other rewards, including some B tier skins and stuff like that. It also brought a lot of stuff to the store, including Enchantress's S tier Tropical Holiday, a very fancy skin, and her accessory Coastal Garland. It's an A tier one. In the store you'd also find Opera Singer's B tier skin package that brought along, of course, Opera Singer that you could purchase individually on her own or inside of this package, of course, and the Temperature B tier skin. It brought some furniture, 3 A tier furniture pieces and 7 B tier furniture pieces. Really nice furniture. I need to save up my clues for those. And more furniture added to the furniture collection store, so even better. They brought more stuff to the Spyglass store, including a B tier skin for Mechanic and a B tier skin for Dream Witch, a Survivor dish, and tons of room music from different events, from different game modes that we've had in the past. You can now play in your room. Really cool. They reset memory spheres, so you can now reset your guarantee. They removed a map object near the rear of the lakeside village. I'm not really sure what they changed there. They also added Opera Singer's deductions, so you can now complete that. And they added her to Jewel Hunter mode, Blackjack, and Tarot. Still not rank yet. That was a ton of stuff, but let's talk about what we're going to be getting this week. First of all, I think the minor thing that most people won't really notice unless you are an Opera Singer fan or you like to play rank is that Opera Singer should be added to rank this week, meaning that people will be able to grind out that first S badge or A badge or B badge or even C badge that I think a lot of people want to do because she's quite a popular character. Not as popular as I thought she would be, not as popular as Naiad, for example, was on release, but definitely a very popular character nonetheless. I think she has quite a high skill level that is why she might be difficult for some people. On the 4th of July, that should be the day of the release of this video, I'm recording it the day before, we have Magician's Character Day. That is his 4th character day or 5th character day. I think it might even be his 5th. I don't really know what it is. He'll be able to get some extra rewards for those people that have been around since the very beginning. On the 10th of July, we're getting Prisoner's Character Day as well, and that's going to be his 3rd character day or 2nd character day. I can't remember. I think it's his 3rd character day, so he'll be getting something nice as well. This week, we're getting the 5th anniversary warm-up event. We're not really sure what's exactly coming out with this event. I'm sure as of the day of this recording and the day of this release of this video, they probably would have announced something, but because NetEase likes to make sure they announce things after I've released my video, it's like they don't like me or something. I'm unsure what those things will be. We do know what the name of the event's called though. It's called Zinaida's Crossword Puzzle. And a few weeks ago, Exilio Gamers, that's another YouTuber on that covers news videos, who usually releases pictures of leaked stuff and like that, did release some pictures of some game mode stuff that was upcoming, one of which was a crossword. So that does give us a little bit of a hint at what we were kind of going to expect. Maybe we're going to be able to play crossword Scrabble with people. I'm unsure what it's going to be, but it's going to be cool. It's going to last 6 days from the 6th to the 12th. So that's very nice. And this might be connected to this 5th anniversary event, but in a recent Q&A, they announced that Postman's C tier skin Jingle Bells is returning to the game on the 6th of July, or it was either the 6th or the 7th. I don't really know why this was announced and why this people care about the C tier skin, but maybe people really want it. I don't know. As for another possible thing that they might bring out this week, they recently showed us the brightness setting that they've added. A lot of people have been asking for NetEase to add an option to be able to turn off the brightness on some of the maps. Some of them are too dark for people that are playing on mobile devices. They showed us a video showing they have now added a new setter where there's a brightness slider you can do per map that you're on. If you, for example, think that Lakeside Village is really dark, you can turn up the brightness as much as you feel is comfortable, or turn down the brightness, I guess, as well, and then apply that to that one specific map. So every time you go to that map, it will be the same brightness, or you can apply that change to everything. I'm not sure if that will be coming out this week. Maybe it will come out next week when it comes out with the new season essence, but I'm not really sure. It could be anything. Let's talk about what's coming from the future. Well, we've got quite a lot of content that they've announced to us. First of all, they recently randomly announced that they're going to add some new A tier accessories that are going to be available in the store for echoes and also for fragments. One of them is for Nightwatch, and it's called Iced Beverage, that I kind of first thought, wow, that's cool, it's going to give ice effects to his wind. And then I remembered that his base skin already has ice effect on the wind, so I'm very unsure what's going to happen there. It's just going to intensify the ice? I don't know. They're also adding an A tier for mercenary called Shadowless. That's like a bird. What could this do? Just give him black streaks or smoky effects maybe when he dashes? They announced a lot of news about some skins that are coming up. First of all, in the Q&A, they announced that First Officer is going to be getting an A tier skin in the second half of this year. It could be anytime, could be the Halloween one. I would really like to see him get a Halloween skin because he doesn't really get that much love overall. I don't really know why. They gave us a better look at Season 27 Essence 2 skins, as we had previously only seen the art or the poster for the Essence, but now we get to see that the S tier skin for Photographer is called Necromancer. Some people like it, some people don't like it. I am not too impressed by it considering it's an anniversary skin, but anyway. We also got to see the A tier skin for Patient is called Deva or Diva. I think it's Deva because it's not a diva. And we got to see that the A tier skin for Psychologist is called Asimer. I don't know how you pronounce that, double A, but it's quite cool. These two skins are probably better than the S tier in my personal opinion. Naiad will be getting an S tier accessory for next season's rank essence. Wow, that's big news from them as they told us this in the Q&A. Naiad surprisingly doesn't get too much love. She does get the occasional A tier skin. It's nice to see that she's getting an S tier accessory. Maybe it's going to be a carry animation. Gardener's monstrous bird skin and Ripper's tuberose skin will both be returning on the 20th of July. This is probably to celebrate the anniversary as we are getting closer now to the anniversary event. And these were previous anniversary skins if I remember correctly. They should be available in the store for both fragments and echoes. I think you'll be able to purchase them for both. There's so many things that you can spend your fragments on. It's absolutely crazy. On the topic of the anniversary, we got a little bit more information about what we can expect over the next coming weeks, as July is going to be full of content. First of all, from July 13th until August 2nd, as far as I can tell, all characters will be free to play. It's possible that that won't include Opera Singer, as usually they like to kind of push the last or the newest person out of the free to play stuff so that people will spend their money to be able to purchase her and stuff like that. But apart from that, maybe we'll see all characters free to play for a very, very long time as we're celebrating the anniversary. On the same dates, the 13th to the 2nd of August, the anniversary event begins with the story event. And we'll also have the Adventurer's Guide weekly task thing that you have to complete every week to be able to get some special rewards. We have seen what all the rewards are, but we don't know how they're really spread out between the events. I'll be showing them probably on the screen right now. There's a B tier skin, there's a portrait and an A tier unlock card and other things like that we should be getting over the next couple of weeks. We also got to learn a little bit more about what this anniversary event is going to be called. As far as I can tell, it's going to be called the Castle Zinaida's Unfinished Chapter event, or that could just be the final bit of the event. It could just be called Castle Zinaida. I'm unsure, but it's going to bring a ton of rewards, as I said. And on July 27th, we're getting the new map. Not exactly it's the new map, it's actually just a rework of a map just for the anniversary event. That's the Lakeside Village fireworks themed map. We haven't seen too much about it. I'm sure over the next 2-3 weeks they will show us what it is. In the Q&A that I mentioned before, they also announced that they're going to be adding the hide and seek game mode that they announced quite a long time ago. They didn't really tell us when it was coming, but it's coming in August. I'm very curious to see what you have to do in this mode. I can't think of any way to make hide and seek work unless they're making specific maps for it, but who knows what's going to happen here. There are plans as well to add specific quick messages for specific characters according to them in the Q&A, such as Sia, for example. So maybe if you want to use your ability, or you're kind of asking someone to use their ability, maybe there might be a specific message. Hopefully it works the way that if you are playing a character and there's a Sia in your match, you'll get a specific prompt to say, Sia, send me your owl, or something like that. It was only recently I mentioned that they haven't really been doing much of a change to the tarot game mode. I think I mentioned it in one of my recent streams. They're actually going to be doing some adjustments to the game mode and buffing and nerfing characters. I'm assuming mostly nerfing some characters, such as Evil Reptilian. As of his big buff where you got to be able to do the multi-crash slam attack, this has been really strong in tarot mode, as you can do so much damage to people coming in from the chair to rescue. If they don't have a flare gun, they just can't rescue in some situations, and Wildling is still quite strong as far as I know. So they're going to be adjusting and buffing these characters in the mode, make it a little bit more balanced. As I mentioned before, as of July 13th, all characters are going to be free. So you should check out the video that's on the screen right now so you can learn that character faster than you could have otherwise.